Qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, carnal. Ánimo.
All right, man. Let's give a Terence Crawford update. I kind of said some of this on live yesterday about what's going on. Why some media? I go check his channel out. He said that he heard that's where it came from that Terence Crawford is going to be signing a deal with PBC, a 2-fight deal, right? And people trying to figure out who would he fight before, because most people don't think he's going to sit around and wait for Errol Spence, right? So got some intel on that as well too. But check out the boxing room playlist, welterweight playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. So he said that announcement is imminent. It's supposed to be going down next week. That ain't what I heard though. So I'm not sure. I heard somebody hit somebody up from Crawford camp and asked them, and they basically was like, they didn't say yay, they didn't say nay, you know, neither one of them. So, I mean, we still pretty much, we pretty much out in the dark still about the situation, right? So, but one of the funny things about it was that a month ago, Eddie Hearn did an interview, right? And he talked about them fighting, right? So give me a second, I'm gonna cue that up. But before we cue that up, I mean, they all know what's going on behind the scenes, bro. When they book double and triple fight dates, like we got April 9th, where it's like several fights. We got Micaiah Mayer fighting on you got her fighting on she's fighting on April 9th in LA. Then you got the same day, you got Ryan Garcia fighting Tiago, whatever his name is. I seen him correct Brian Custer. Then you turn around in the same day, you got Lubin fighting. So and Golovkin also fighting. So the zone got two cards. Golovkin be fighting in Japan versus Murata. So, they know when they triple and put 4 or 5 damn fights. The zone got 2 fights on April 9th. Then ESPN got a fight. That's 3. And then Showtime, Lubin, and Fondora got a fight. They know what they doing, bro. They know exactly what they doing. So that ain't no surprise, bro. So I mean, you can act like it's a surprise or not, but apparently Terence Crawford been going around and negotiating with multiple people. You know what I'm saying? But he already said he had an idea of what he want to do, but that don't always work out. So maybe he just at this point if he signed with anybody but PBC, it's about the money, and that's what these fighters want. Everything is about the money. But hold on.
Rumors, social media hears everything. Social media is first to put that out. There's talks with you and Terence Crawford. He wants to possibly, earn with the Hearn, what they say. So, what's the status of that so far?
Not really. I mean, I've had a couple of chats with his management. The problem Top Rank had was they couldn't deliver in the fights. I'm in the same position, being quite honest. Can I deliver in the fights that generate money, the fights that give him legacy, the fights that interest him? I'm not sure. So, we have to really look at that and say, can we deliver for him on the level that he wants to, probably financially? And that's the problem that Top Rank had. Terence Crawford is an amazing fighter, pound for pound great, but he needs a dance partner. And unfortunately for Terence, a lot of those dance partners are on PBC, who all want to tie him into a long-term deal for giving him that opportunity. Terence probably doesn't want to play that game, so we'll see what happens.
Possibly if he does come over, matchroom boxing, I think that would definitely take out the picture to face Errol Spence Jr., which everybody's talking about. Possibly it'll be a little bit.
I don't think Errol Spence really wants to fight Terence Crawford. In all honesty, I think he's going to fight who gets. Those guys have got to just lose, I guess, a little bit of the chip on the shoulder to think they're bigger than each other. Like it's a 50-50 split. Of course it is. I did more pay-per-view. Like, just neither of you are massive draws on your own. Fight each other if you want to prove who's the best, if you truly believe you can win. Unfortunately, in boxing, you don't see that very much.
So that's Eddie Hearn about 2 months ago, right? And being very logical there. Very logical. That's about 2 months ago almost. And he also been saying that Terence Errol Spence didn't want to fight. And what's changed in that 2 months is the media started to see it as well too. Even though it's been there from day one when Floyd said that when Mr. Mayweather said what he said about they not making a fight right now. Then Earl went on that Negro boxing talk with the Ballhead boys, and he told them that he was gonna take the easy route. When he put his hood up and head down, and talked about, he told Crawford that he was taking the easy route when they met in Oklahoma City for the Salcedo and Maurice Hooker fight. So all the signs have been there that he don't want to fight, but people just now want to see this, And like I said, YSN Media said yesterday that the announcement was imminent, right? And next week. I was told a little bit something different, right? So I sent it to my boy. He said, that's the word. Someone just told me now. He said, Blase Blah told me they want to offer Crawford a fight with Keith Thurman in the Spence fight. But nothing said yet. They're going to make an offer, but I heard they want to wait on the Ugas Spence fight and see who wins from there. So, there you go. So I mean, if obviously if Ugas win, it won't be no need for a Spence fight. I mean, it won't be no need for a Thurman fight. They probably roll into that in September, right? If it's Earl fight, it's probably gonna take more time to build up. So they trying to give him the Keith Thurman fight first, and that's the 2-fight deal. But I'm pretty sure if that's the case, I'm pretty sure either Crawford retiring or they didn't want to give him the Charlo fight for undisputed. Because he could have rolled into Keith, he could have rolled into Earl, he could have rolled into Charlo. Maybe he rolled into Earl and Ugas and then rolled into Charlo. Who knows? Who knows? Benavidez talking about moving up to 75. If he can't get Plant, Charlo, any of the names up there, Canelo. So he's talking about moving to 75. So Charlo could be moving to 68, taking on Plant. So I heard the word is Earl to move up, then Jamel to move up, Earl to move up to 54, Jamel to move up to 60, and Jamal to move up to 68. And I heard that Al Heyman will not put Earl Spence and Jamel Charlo in the ring together. So, I mean, that's the word. So that's who they kind of want him to get in there with is Keith Thurman. And like I said, that's a thing. Like Jeremy's came on to say, that's a dangerous fight. People just think that's an easy fight. To me, that's a harder fight. That's a harder fight than the Spence fight, in my opinion. We gotta see what Spence look like, and they both beat up, run down with injuries. But the thing about Keith is people think that's gonna be easy. Keith could hurt him. Keith has a higher probability hurting Terence than Earl do, just from a simple fact. His style. He move a lot. He gonna be really tough in the first 6 rounds. The difference in that fight, I think Thurman gonna be more dangerous in the first 6, and I think Earl gonna be more dangerous in the back 6. Or I say 5.5 for Thurman. So I just think that's more of a tougher fight. Even when I seen him in Barrios, he'd be more active. I heard Thurman brought in somebody to help him sit on his punches more. Like I said, it's gonna be a tough fight because Bud do get touched up, some. And the thing about Earl is he do more of straight shots. And the thing about Thurman, he come wider. So Bud gonna have to keep everything. And them wide shots is hard to get away from. Them overhands and that overhand that Broner couldn't get away from Madonna and all shit like that. That shit hard to get away from. People say Keith don't have a jab. He got by pretty well without using one. And when he had to use his straight punches, he used them with Manny Pacquiao pretty well. So, like I said before, that shit gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. It's more tactical. And I think people gonna say it's gonna be boring, but when lightning strike, it's gonna strike. But Floyd say the Arturo guy, we all know they call Arturo Thunder, Arturo Gotti Thunder. That's what they call him. He said we all know thunder make noise, but lightning strike. That fight gonna be a real tactical fight, but when lightning strike, man, it's gonna be magic that happened. I just think Keith. I always thought Keith was his style make fights. Keith was a tougher matchup for him. I think he an easier matchup for Earl. So who knows? Maybe they can get a third fight for Charlo, but the Charlo fight would be hotter. Maybe Castanos win. But this is what Crawford team had been saying from behind the scenes. They was they wanted to wait till after the Ugas and Spence fight. So I don't know if they waiting. Then it's because you got to negotiate with 4 people here. Ugas already said he wanted to fight. He told Al he wanted to fight. Been on record saying in interviews in Spanish he wanted to fight. He said in a Fight Hype interview, I just did the video on last week about it. He said all 3. He been more vocal about saying Terence Crawford name than Earl has in the last couple years. So we already know that he'd do that. He's gonna fight. So Ugas win, they just gonna go right into that fight. Right? No point in doing Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman don't make the fight no bigger unless you do it on free TV. It is what it is, right? And if Earl win, they probably say, well, the Keith Thurman fight, Earl, we need some months to build the fight up. We're gonna have you and Keith come back July, then you're gonna have you come back in November, December, whatever, then we'll do the fight. And the good thing about that is when you November, December, if the fight is in Vegas, shit drop. In Vegas, that's the cheapest time to go in the winter time. All the hotel prices drop. But I think most people don't think they're gonna do it in Vegas. I think they're gonna do it in Atlanta, Memphis, New York City, Texas will probably be the keys. But like I said, well, that's the latest and greatest news on that. So right now, Keith Thurman is looking to get in. So you got to negotiate with Ugas, you got to negotiate with Earl, you got to negotiate with Spence and Thurman, and Crawford. So you got to negotiate with too many people. Think about that for a minute. So I think it would make it better if everybody negotiate right now and know everybody's intentions. So we'll see. But let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and subscribe button. It's the bell icon button. Get all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop a video. Want to make a financial donation, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. That's what it donate. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And subscribe button is the bell icon button. You get the link in the description. It'll take you everywhere I'm producing content at, from Twitter, Twitch, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor. Appreciate the love and support. One time for the one time. You check my Detroit channel out, Motor City Sports Talk, for more sports, music, news, and entertainment. One time for the one time. Peace.